Starting a few weeks ago, Royal Tiger Imports posted their M95 rifles for only $250 each. It was a pretty good deal, so I went ahead and jumped on that. I ordered one of their long rifles and one of their carbines. They shipped by the next day, and despite some weather delays with shipping, they did arrive fairly quickly. So go ahead and take a closer look at them. You can see the butt plate looks pretty good. It's got the AOI for Italian East Africa. It looks like a police cartouche. Buttstock looks pretty good. See any cracks, any significance? Definitely see some wire wheel marks here on the wood and the metal. There's not a whole lot of finish remaining, but it does look like there's some, so it might boil and card pretty well. Looks like the bolt's complete. This one is a Steyr manufacturer, and it has a 1917 acceptance date. Looks like the rear sight's complete. A lot of times you see missing parts here. It also has this rear bracket here and this 2 screws. Helps hold the top handguard in place. The top handguard looks pretty good. I don't see any cracks. Looks like there's a decent amount of finish left here on this band compared to the rest of the rifle. You can, however, see it looks like some wire wheel marks on the wood. It also has the front sling swivel. Moving down the rifle. Looks like a decent amount of finish left on the muzzle and the front band here. Should boil and card pretty well. Let's go ahead and turn it over. The other side of the butt. Aside from some scratches and dings, looks pretty good. Finish is a little better on this side of the trigger guard. It's got some pretty deep markings for the serial numbers. You can see the numbers match on both the barrel and the receiver. You can see some wear here on the wood, possibly from a wire wheel. You can see here on the muzzle, a little less finish on this side, but it does have the stacking rod. Looking at the underside here, doesn't look like there's any damage. Doesn't look like it's bent here at all. So overall the rifle looks pretty good so far. We'll go ahead and move to the carbine. So looking at the carbine, it's got the butt plate there with both screws. Looks like there's a little bit of a chip here in the butt, some wire wheel marks. But it does look like it has a really nice grain in the wood. So with some linseed oil, this stock should look really nice with these grains. Not a lot of finish on the magazine. You can see here, not a lot of finish left either. And looks like the rear sight is complete on this carbine as well. And moving down the rifle, not a whole lot of finish left on the metal. It's been exposed, but it does at least look like it's in decent condition. And still don't see any cracks or anything that would worry me about this one. Let's go ahead and turn it over. Getting a lot of nice grains on this side of the stock. Looks like some really sharp serial numbers with the barrel and receiver matching. Now it does look like this screw is missing. Looks like it's some kind of dowel in there or rod. So when I take that out, hopefully the rear band here isn't stripped. You can see it has a stacking rod and not a lot of finish remaining on the other side of the muzzle here. It does look like this has been wire wheeled. You can see some of the marks in it. I always found these rifles pretty interesting. They were used by the Austro-Hungarian army during the First World War, and they were captured and sent to Ethiopia by the Italians. So they do have a lot of historical significance behind them. They've been involved in quite a few conflicts, and generally for the price that they're asking for, these are some pretty good pieces to add to any mil-cert collection, so I'd highly recommend them. So the bores look extremely dirty, but I can still see some rifling in it. It does look like these might have some good bores by the time I'm done cleaning it. I won't be able to tell until I clean them out, however, so that's sort of to be determined. But they're definitely not sewer pipes or smooth bores, so that's good. So I'll be posting videos on how these turn out. I will be doing a separate video for the rifle and a separate video for the carbine. I'll take them apart, show you how they look underneath the wood, and I'll clean them up and show you how they turn out. So if you're interested in seeing those, feel free to subscribe, sign up for alerts so you can get notified about that. If you have any questions about these rifles, feel free to drop them in the comments. As always, thanks for watching.